this is how you do the personal approach exploration. It's on paper and you need UScience. So it is the personal approach on paper. It shows you how to get there. You'll log into UScience, click Welcome Back, and then you'll scroll down till you see personal approach. Those two words should be on your paper as well. Your paper is in the form of T-notes. Then you will answer these questions. What is your time frame orientation? This says I'm a future focuser. You have to click on each one. And then you're going to want to click on Explore so that you can answer the next question on the sheet, which is to describe that result. So here's number 1. What is your time frame orientation? Love the arrows. And you'll write what your answer says. This is my answer, but you have 2 other choices. It could be present focuser or balanced focuser. And then you're going to answer, what does that even mean? Then you'll answer about your vocabulary, your work approach. Sorry about this. Just write it here. What is your work approach? And if you're like, wait, I don't know. It's one of these 4. It's actually this last one. Sorry. And then on the back side of the sheet, it asks you about your interpersonal style. And that is this one. Once you click on it, it'll appear there. Also on the back side of the sheet is for a place for you to record after you do 16 personalities quiz. And you get 4 letters, and then it gives you a name, and you explain your personality. But this is actually not in UScience, so that might be confusing. So really, to get a 100 on this personal approach, you're literally answering what your results are in each one of those 4. So let me show you how to, I'm going to go there, I'm clicking Welcome Back. See, personal approach. It's on this page. I just scrolled down a little bit. So I will write down next to time frame orientation on my sheet, future. Then I'm going to explore it. I have to explain my results. You can read through this and get an idea and write it down. It's not the first sentence, but it comes a little bit later on. However, if you're like, I can't get it out of that, your results show you should have a few statements here, and one of these that you agree with, you can write down on your paper. So you don't give up easily. That's true for me. So back on my paper, I would write future focuser, because that's what I had, and then I don't give up easily. Next, I'm going to click on vocabulary. Am I though? And I don't know that this is the best bet. If I click on that, it's going to lead me in all sorts of weird directions. So I always go back, which I'm sure is pointless to go all the way back and click here again. The next one's vocabulary. I would write down this. Then I'm going to click Explore. Not even going to look at that. And write down one of these that I agree with on the paper. So next to vocabulary, I'd write down what mine was. What does my result mean? I'd write down whatever that, oops, let's go to the right place, Laura. Whatever that sentence, one of these sentences that I agree with. And you're also going to do that for work approach. You're either a specialist, a liaison, or a generalist. And your interpersonal style. Now, there's another assignment in Schoology that is based on you reporting your results from this. It's asking, what is your interpersonal style? You're either introvert, extrovert, or blended energizer, according to UScience results. This is not labeling you for life. And then it's going to ask you if you agree with that. So that is another thing you can do if you go through Schoology and you notice something's missing. And it should be reports on interpersonal style. Anyway, when you're finished with that, you can turn it in. If you're really perplexed about this 16 personalities, it's a separate grade. That's where you go online, take the quiz, and find your 4 letters. You don't actually have to write it here if you don't want to. I'm going to give you this sheet back, as I have for many people already. And so it's just easy for you to see what your answers are if you write it here, as well as report the results in Schoology.